So here's an interesting thing that's be good for a quick hot take. So the Woman King, is it the Woman King? Came out, I feel like that was Friday. And I have I haven't seen it yet, but I have thoughts on the discourse up until now. So there are valid criticisms to be engaged with about really anytime there's Black stories being told by Hollywood, like there's going to be problems. That's unavoidable. I think it was directed by the woman that did Love and Basketball, who's done a lot of really good stuff. So I'm inclined to think that it's not going to be as problematic as people think. But there's concerning things about the narratives behind the history of that story that I've heard enough about to say, okay, that's bothersome. Specifically, the Dahomey tribe was a very prominent figure in the transatlantic slave trade. And it sounds like, from what I've heard, this movie tries to launder that reality a little bit. And so that's a problem. But then you see manosphere niggas talking about, well, why the woman gotta be king? And so I'm annoyed because it's one of those situations where you want to be critical about a thing, but you look around and you notice that half the people being critical with you about it are the worst people in the world that you never want to agree with. So you just kind of keep it to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So I haven't seen it yet. I've heard that it's an entertaining movie with obvious historical and thematic flaws, which is what Hollywood does. So I'm not of the mind to make deeply critical content around it. But and that's kind of thing. Movies made by Hollywood about Black stories, even if they're made by Black people, are gonna have flaws and glitches and things that, as long as we are an oppressed, colonized people, we're gonna need to take issue and be critical of, right? There's that end of the equation. That is a given. That is not going away. So I don't care if you're watching Jordan Peele, Ryan Coogler, Ava DuVernay, all of them, because they're operating within a Hollywood system, whatever the movie is or is going to be is going to have things about it that are problematic, even at a subtle, subliminal, thematic level. And so there's that. And then there's niggas that just hate that Black women are getting an action movie made about them. And then there's also ADOS and FBA motherfuckers who I just you know what I'm saying? That's the other part of it. Because nobody was complaining about, nobody complains about historical inaccuracy when they like the movie. And when the movie, you know what I'm saying, represents a ideology that they fuck with. So, I'm good on giving too much energy to that discourse. Right, somebody just said it. The same motherfuckers are mad at Woman, Little Mermaid are mad at Woman King. You know what I'm saying? For some of the criticism, it don't have nothing to do with the actual problems people should be worried about. It's just an excuse and an opportunity to slander some Black women. And to be clear, I would much rather watch a documentary about the Dahomey tribe that clearly explains all of the things and watch a ridiculous bloody action movie about a bunch of, female warriors kicking ass. We can do two things. You know what I'm saying? It's not that hard. It's not that hard.